In this video, we are going to discover which is more profitable, Amazon FBA or Amazon FBM. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Brad Sherman, seven-figure seller, and on this channel, we explore tips, strategies, and experiences that I have had that will help you start and scale up your Amazon FBA business. In this video, we are diving into fulfillment by Amazon versus fulfillment by merchant, and we are going to discover which is more profitable. So this video is going to be broken down into two parts. Part number one is going to explain the differences between FBA and FBM and how you can maximize each of those fulfillment methods. And part number two is going to break down a real life example of a product that we scanned in a Marshall's to determine which is a better fulfillment option, fulfillment by Amazon or fulfillment by merchant. Before we jump into it, if you guys do enjoy these videos, make sure to smash that like button. It really helps out the videos in the algorithm, and consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell as well to stay up to date on all future content. And if you guys haven't checked out the other videos on the channel, make sure to scroll through the channel and check those videos out, because we go into details about how to ship your products into Amazon, how to source profitable suppliers, and how to contact brands and distributors. Last but not least, if you guys aren't following us on other social media channels under Operation AMZ, we're on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. So head over there and give us a follow. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Amazon FBA. What is it and how can you make money doing it? Well, for those of you that are brand new, Amazon FBA stands for Fulfillment by Amazon, and it's a shipping method whereby you purchase products from wherever your source is, whether it's a retail store, whether it's a wholesale supplier, or whether it's Alibaba. You purchase your products and ship them in bulk into Amazon's warehouse. Amazon then picks, packs, and ships the product off the shelf from a customer that orders from your store, and Amazon will actually ship it to the customer. So fulfillment by Amazon has many benefits. In outlining the differences between fulfillment by merchant, the primary difference is that with fulfillment by Amazon, Amazon is shipping your orders to the customers when that customer orders from your store on Amazon. With fulfillment by merchant, you are responsible for the shipping to the customer when they order from your store on Amazon. Let's talk about the pros and cons of each of those two fulfillment methods. Fulfillment by Amazon. Pro number one is that Amazon is going to handle all of the logistics. You don't have to worry about shipping that product to the customer. All you have to do is actually ship your goods in bulk into Amazon's warehouse, and then when the customer buys from your store, Amazon will handle all the shipping to the customer. Pro number two, Amazon FBA is extremely scalable. So fulfillment by Amazon is way more scalable than fulfillment by merchant because you are not responsible for shipping each individual order. Once you ship your products in bulk into Amazon's warehouse, you don't have to worry about individually packing up items and shipping them on an order by order basis. This is because this is what you're paying Amazon to do under the FBA method. Pro number three, you get the Prime offer. So with the Prime offer, many customers that are shopping on Amazon want to purchase Prime because the Prime badge gets them 2-day shipping, and it also gives them confidence in purchasing from Amazon. The customer knows that if they see that Prime badge, the product actually ships out of Amazon's warehouse. So Amazon is giving the customer confidence by putting that Prime badge on the listing. And if you are an FBA offer, meaning your products ship out of Amazon's warehouse, you're going to have the Prime badge, and the customer is going to be more likely to purchase from your store on Amazon from the fact that you have the Prime badge on your listing and you're eligible for 2-day shipping. The next pro of fulfillment by Amazon is not only is Amazon going to handle the logistics of shipping your product to the customer, but they're also going to handle the logistics back to Amazon, meaning that if a customer returns your product that you sold on Amazon, Amazon will handle all of it. This is the beautiful thing about Amazon FBA, is that you don't have to have direct correspondence with the customer. Amazon is going to handle customer service, they're going to handle returns and shipping of returns, they're going to charge you a returns processing fee, but they're going to handle all of that. And that can be an incredible burden on you in scaling your business if you have to worry about returns on an order by order basis and dealing with the customer. Amazon's going to handle all of that under the fulfillment by Amazon method, making it even more of a scalable business model. Now that we've outlined some of the pros of fulfillment by Amazon, I would be lying if I said there weren't any cons. Con number one is that you are going to be charged higher fees. So in selling on Amazon, there are a few main fees that you're going to incur on a per sale level. Number one is the referral fee. The referral fee is a flat 15% fee off of the sale price on Amazon. It's called referral fee because you are getting referred to Amazon's millions of customers. So just from selling your product on Amazon, and once you sell it, let's say you sell an item at $100, Amazon's going to charge you 15% straight off the top. So you're right away getting hit with the 15% fee to be a seller on their platform. Now, it's important to note that the referral fee can vary based on product category. So while most categories are in fact 15% flat fee, some other categories such as automotive and computers is actually a lower referral fee. In automotive, you're going to be charged about 12% referral fee. In the category of computers and computer accessories, you're actually only going to be charged an 8% referral fee. So the part that you're charged more in fulfillment by Amazon is actually called the fulfillment fee. And this is because you are paying Amazon an extra fee for them to pick, pack, and ship your product to the customer. So you're going to be charged a fulfillment fee based on the cubic and dimensional weight of the item. Amazon's revenue calculator, which we'll dive into later in the video, breaks down all of these fees, and you will be able to see the estimated fulfillment fee on the revenue calculator, which is exactly what you're going to want to use when making an estimate to purchase a product. So you have your referral fee, which is applicable to fulfillment by merchant and fulfillment by Amazon. You have your fulfillment fee, which is only applicable to fulfillment by Amazon. You also have your storage fee. Now, the monthly storage fee is a small fee that you're going to pay to Amazon, again, based on the cubic and dimensional weight of the item. Now, with the storage fee, this is based on how long you keep your inventory at Amazon's warehouse. So the longer you have your inventory stored at Amazon's warehouse, the higher they're going to charge you in monthly storage fees. Amazon doesn't want you to ship your products into their warehouse and then let them collect dust on the shelf and take up space. So Amazon wants you to get your inventory into their warehouse and get it out. Meaning, if you can hold anywhere between a 30 to a 45-day supply, this is going to be the perfect amount of stock to ensure that you are paying a low monthly storage fee, but at the same time, you're not running out of stock and paying a low inventory fee, which is a completely different fee schedule. If you guys want to see a full breakdown of Amazon fees this year in 2024, I've linked a video up above. Check it out. It goes into detail on all of the Amazon fees that you need to know to stay profitable. After the monthly storage fee, you're now charged an inbound placement fee, which is new as of March of 2024. I'm not going to get into all of the details of the inbound placement fee because in my Amazon FBA fee video, I break down all of this on a very detailed level. But on a high level overview, with the inbound placement fee, you are charged a specific rate per unit based on the inventory that you are sending into Amazon's warehouse. So if you send all of your inventory into one Amazon fulfillment center, Amazon is actually going to charge you the highest fee schedule per unit. And the reason for this, if you send your inventory to 2 to 3 fulfillment centers, Amazon is going to charge you a middle of the tier fee per unit that you send in. This is called the partial shipment split method, and Amazon charges you this middle tier fee if you send to 2 or 3 fulfillment centers. Under the third fulfillment method, which is called Amazon optimized shipments, this is where Amazon's not going to charge you a fee at all, and you're actually going to have to split your shipment up into 4 or 5 different locations. It's important to note that with these 3 separate fulfillment options, in terms of shipping your inventory to 1 location, to 2 or 3 locations, or to 4 or 5 locations, it varies based on many different factors. So in my video on Amazon FBA fees, I break down a full example of shipping under these 3 fulfillment methods. So make sure you guys check it out. I've linked it up above. So back to the pros and cons of fulfillment by Amazon. The con that we just went over was fulfillment by Amazon fees. There are greater fees when you sell fulfillment by Amazon. With fulfillment by merchant and fulfillment by Amazon, you are charged the referral fee. With fulfillment by Amazon, you are charged the fulfillment fee, the monthly storage fee, and the inbound placement fee. These three fees are based on the per item level, meaning you pay this amount of fee for every item that you have at Amazon's warehouse. The monthly storage fee is applicable whether you sell inventory or not, and the fulfillment fee is applicable if you sell the inventory, you are charged that fee, and the inbound placement fee is actually incurred when you ship your goods into Amazon's warehouse. They charge you for the fee. So inbound placement fee, you are hit with that fee on the way going into Amazon. Monthly storage fee, you're hit with that fee at Amazon's warehouse. And number three, the fulfillment fee, you're hit with that fee when you sell the item on Amazon. So you guys might be thinking, how much fees are on Amazon and how can I make any money? Well, I've broken this down pretty granular, but at the end of the day, you are assessing items on a per item basis to determine if they're profitable. So if an item is not profitable after Amazon fees and your purchase cost, you're going to get rid of it and not buy it. But there are thousands upon thousands of items out there, whether you're sourcing them out at your local retail stores, whether you're sourcing them from your wholesale suppliers. There's thousands of items out there that are so profitable after Amazon fees. These are items that we are ordering and replenishing on a monthly basis. We have over 250 different products in our inventory throughout the year, and in the holiday season, Q4, October, November, December, we carry over 500 different products. So for anybody saying Amazon FBA is dead and you can't make money after the Amazon fees, they just don't know what they're talking about. Yes, there are higher Amazon fees on a fulfillment by Amazon level. However, there's still tons of money to be made. The next con of fulfillment by Amazon is actually the time that it takes for Amazon to receive your inventory. So you have to account for a certain lead time of when you ship your goods into Amazon. And this is dependent on different factors, such as if you're labeling your products correctly, if you're using 2D barcodes, where your inventory is shipping to which fulfillment center. So this varies based on a number of different factors, but the check-in time at Amazon can be a slow process. If you're shipping small parcel through UPS, it's generally going to be quicker than shipping a pallet less than truckload to Amazon because it takes longer for Amazon to receive that pallet. And during the holiday season, October, November, December, it actually takes Amazon longer to receive your inventory than the rest of the year in most cases. So one con of fulfillment by Amazon is that it could take a longer time in checking in your inventory, which could potentially delay the sale of your item. This being said, with fulfillment by Amazon, the pros far outweigh the cons, and I would highly recommend scaling using the fulfillment by Amazon method. I would definitely still use fulfillment by merchant, especially during times like the holiday season, because it can be so profitable, but we do almost 99% of our business under fulfillment by Amazon, and the only way we are able to sell hundreds and hundreds of orders per day on Amazon is because we are leveraging Amazon's state-of-the-art fulfillment centers in order to get our goods to the customers. Let's talk about the pros and cons of fulfillment by merchant. Pro number one is that you pay less Amazon fees. So because you're shipping your items out to the customer, you don't have to pay that fulfillment fee. So you're only charged the referral fee under fulfillment by merchant. In matching that with a con, at the same time, while you're not being charged Amazon fulfillment fees, you have to worry about shipping that item to the customer. So is it going to cost you more in labor? Is it going to cost you more in supplies in terms of packaging those goods and shipping them to the customer? So those are different factors that you have to consider. Additionally, with fulfillment by merchant, you're going to be paying a lower Amazon fee, but you're also going to be paying a higher shipping cost. This is because when we ship our goods in bulk to Amazon FBA warehouses, we are receiving a very low fee. Generally, you'd be paying about 50 cents per pound shipping small parcel, and this can definitely be less, but we generally like to err on the side of caution in terms of estimating our shipping costs. So with fulfillment by Amazon, you're shipping your goods in bulk to Amazon's warehouse, you're using UPS or LTL or one of Amazon's partnered carriers in order to do this, and when you do ship your goods into Amazon, you're charged a low rate per item. When you ship your goods individually to the customer, say you are located on the East Coast and you're shipping your product all the way to California, well, it's going to cost a higher amount to ship in terms of getting that order to the customer. So depending on how large the item is, how heavy the package is, the dimensions, it might cost a lot of money for you to ship that item to a customer that orders from you in California. So this is something to be mindful of is that you want to have a general idea of the rates of shipping in terms of which region of the country it's going to if you are using fulfillment by merchant. A con of fulfillment by merchant is that not only do you have to handle the order shipping to the customer, you also in many cases have to correspond with that customer and handle the return process. So Amazon will handle the return process to a certain extent under fulfillment by merchant. However, if you sell an item merchant fulfilled to the customer, the item is going to go directly back to you for you to determine if the item is sellable again to then relist on Amazon or do something else with it. If you guys haven't seen my last video on Amazon FBA returns and what to do with returns, make sure to check it out. I've linked it up above. Now that we've covered some pros and cons of fulfillment by Amazon and fulfillment by merchant, let's break down a real life example of the two scenarios. So as you guys can see from the pop-up on the screen, we're going to be looking at a real life example from an actual product that we sourced at a local Marshall's. This is the Breville juice fountain, and we're going to be estimating two different fee schedules and which is more profitable, fulfillment by Amazon or fulfillment by merchant. Let's dive right into it. So a couple things to note at the top here are the ASIN, which is the unique product identifier. So every time you use the Amazon revenue calculator, you're going to want to take that ASIN of the product and paste it into the revenue calculator. So if you're actually at your local retail stores, you can scan the barcode of a product and it's going to pull up that listing and show you what that ASIN is. So when you go and do your further analysis through the Keepa chart, you're actually going to take that ASIN, copy it and paste it into Keepa, and then you can do your analysis on Keepa in order to determine if the product is a viable purchase option. If you guys haven't seen my video on how to read a Keepa chart, where we do a full breakdown of Keepa and the different factors to look for when making a product analysis, I've linked that video up above, so make sure to check it out. We also want to note at the top here what the sell price of the item is, although again, we're going to want to verify that sell price in Keepa in order to make sure that the price listed today was also the price yesterday and over a past history of time. We also want to make note of the unit weight. We're going to use this unit weight later when we estimate our shipping. Let's first look at an Amazon fulfillment for this item. So we analyzed the Keepa chart and we determined that the sell price of our item is going to be $379.99. From here we can see that the Amazon fees, also known as the referral fees, are $57. And if you do the calculation, you'll be able to see that 57 divided by $379.99 is in fact 15%. So that's where we're getting our referral fee, 15% off the top line sale price. So we're already paying Amazon $57 to sell this item at $379.99, regardless of if we're using fulfillment by merchant or fulfillment by Amazon. Then we see our fulfillment fee breaks down at $23.11. And the calculation of this has to do with cubic feet and dimensional weight. They used a formula in order to get this, and you're going to be paying it regardless. So the better thing to do is to focus your efforts on product sourcing and determine which products are profitable after Amazon fees. So we've broken this down now. We're already paying $57 for Amazon referral fees. We're also paying $23.11 for fulfillment fees. We then have our monthly storage cost, which is going to be $1.76 per unit. Now, we also said at the beginning of the video, if you hold this item at Amazon's warehouse for many months at a time, you're going to be charged a multiple of this $1.76 storage fee. But generally, if you're holding about a 30 to a 45 day supply at Amazon's warehouse, you will roughly be paying only $1.76 in monthly storage fees for this item. We then have to break down our shipping. And what I did for this is we said earlier on in the video that shipping into Amazon's warehouse generally cost about 50 cents a pound. So we saw earlier on in the pop-up that the item weight of this product is actually about 22 pounds. So we multiplied this by 50 cents and got our shipping into Amazon at $11 per unit. Again, this is an estimate that's going to vary based on where Amazon sends your inventory to, but it's a general idea of what we're going to be paying per unit to ship this item into Amazon's warehouse. In a lot of cases, it could actually be much cheaper than this, and in some cases, it may be a little bit more expensive. We then, of course, have to account for our cost of purchase, and we determined at our local Marshalls that this item was on clearance for $179. So our cost of purchase is $179, and we can see that under the fulfillment by Amazon method, if we sell this item for $379.99 and we purchased it for $179, we are left with a profit of $108 at a net margin of about 28%. If you then take $108 and divide it by our cost of purchase, which is our ROI, return on investment, we can determine that this ROI is about 60%. So a very well above average ROI, and we're making $100 per unit. So this product is definitely a buy and is super profitable under fulfillment by Amazon. Let's check it out under fulfillment by merchant. As you guys can see from the pop-up on the screen, we are listing this item fulfillment by merchant for $369. And this is because the fulfillment by merchant competitive offers, the other sellers on the listing, are actually priced cheaper than the fulfillment by Amazon offers. Why is this? This is because we talked about prime offer and 2-day shipping. So a lot of times with fulfillment by Amazon offers, you can list your products a little bit higher than fulfillment by merchant and still get the sale. But many times with fulfillment by merchant, you have to list it a little bit lower and match that fulfillment by merchant competitive offer. This being said, such as Q4 and the weeks leading up to Christmas, fulfillment by merchant actually wins the buy box more than fulfillment by Amazon in many cases. The reason for this is because you can actually ship your goods to the customer faster than Amazon can during that time period. So fulfillment by merchant can be a great tool that you can use during the holiday season in order to maximize your profits. In looking at this particular example during non-peak season, we can see that we're selling it at about $369. Our Amazon fees are $55. So if you do 55.35 divided by 369, you're going to be left with a 15% referral fee. Again, we talked about the referral fee is the fee just to sell on the Amazon platform. So you pay it regardless of if you do fulfillment by Amazon or if you do fulfillment by merchant. We can also see that the fulfillment fees are zero and the storage costs are also zero. However, we talked earlier on in the video that if you ship your goods to the customer yourself under FBM, you're going to pay a higher shipping fee. And because this particular Breville item is larger and heavier, we estimated this example at $50 shipping to the customer. And I used a super conservative estimate. In many cases, it's going to be cheaper than $50 to ship to the customer, but you want to account for the worst case scenario. If you are on the East Coast and you have to ship this product to the West Coast in California, it could very well cost $50 to ship that item to the customer. So after the referral fee, after our shipping cost, and after our purchase cost of $179, we can see that under the fulfillment by merchant method, we are left with $84 at a net profit margin of 22%. In this particular example, under fulfillment by merchant, the return on investment is 47%. So which is better, fulfillment by Amazon or fulfillment by merchant? Well, in this particular example, fulfillment by Amazon made more sense. This is because it was more profitable to sell under FBA. We were making about $108 profit, which was a 60% ROI, versus under FBM, we were making about an $85 profit at about a 47% ROI. Why was fulfillment by Amazon more profitable than fulfillment by merchant? Well, in this particular example, the item was heavy to ship. And because of that shipping cost and potential that we may have to ship that item way across the country if the customer orders from us, that's why fulfillment by Amazon was more profitable than fulfillment by merchant, because our shipping cost was estimated at $50. Again, this could have been way lower. It could have been $25 if we were shipping one state over. So it really depends on where you're shipping your goods in the country, as well as how heavy those goods are and the dimensions of the package that you are shipping. So in this particular example, I erred on the side of caution with fulfillment by merchant. So if it ended up costing significantly less than the $50, something like $25, the profits would have actually been about the same. So that is the primary relationship we are analyzing between fulfillment by Amazon and fulfillment by merchant. The relationship between Amazon fees and shipping. If you could understand the relationship between these two factors, as well as where to price your products and what time of the year it is based on if it's peak season or non-peak season, you could determine if the product is more profitable to list FBA or FBM. Every example is different and every product is different based on Amazon fees, but it's important to note that you will always pay the referral fee. This is something, as we said, gets taken right off the top whether you're doing FBA or FBM. That's it for this video, guys. I hope that helped you understand more about fulfillment by Amazon versus fulfillment by merchant and which can be more profitable and why. We're always assessing the relationship between Amazon fees and shipping under these two methods. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button. It really helps out the videos and boosts them in the YouTube algorithm, and it helps us keep making more valuable content for you guys. And if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell as well to stay up to date on all future content. We do live sourcing every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time on this channel, where we teach you how to find profitable brands and distributors to work with for Amazon FBA wholesale. And if you guys aren't following us on other social media channels under Operation AMZ, make sure to check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok and give us a follow. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you next time.